and welcome to my FIFA 21 Prime Icon Moments predictions. Now, I'm not going to go through every single icon on the FIFA 21. Instead, I'm going to predict the FIFA 21 icons that have just been newly released. If that made any sense, but we'll go with it. So, without further ado, before we start actually, I'm just going to mention that all these icon moments, they're all going to be +1 rating. So, like in FIFA 20, they had +2 on some of them, but on this, just for this video, I'll just do +1. You'll know what I mean later on. And, yeah, let's start. So the first one is Ashley Cole. 90 rating, prime icon moments. His stats are going to be pretty lethal. I think he might actually end up being a 91, maybe. But I just did 90 just because I didn't want to confuse everything and, you know. So, he was pretty quick, I reckon. Pretty decent defended as well in his prime. He was part of the Arsenal Invincible squad, so he must have pretty decent ratings, I reckon. So yeah, that's Ashley Cole. You can tell how this video's going to go, can't you? Next up, Bastian Schweinsteiger, 92. His stats must be at least all over 80. He might have a couple of, like, actually more than 90 on these stats, but hey ho, he was part of the 2014 World Cup squads for Germany. You know, you can tell I don't have a script, I'm just making this as I go along. But it's kind of working, I think. But yeah, he's part of the World Cup team from 2014, and he's won a lot of trophies in his time, so he must have decent all-round stats, especially for a German midfielder as well. Like, he must be pretty solid in the middle. Next up, David Beckham. I think he's one of those icons who was just newly released. Like, he was released a lot later than everybody else. But I think this is going to be his stats. He was amazing at passing, there's no doubt about that. He put off some pretty good goals, and his dribbling's not too bad as well. He was still pretty slow, I think, but not too slow. But we'll just have to see how that goes. I think in his prime, it could have been when he scored that free kick against Greece. I'm not too sure how much later on. It might be when he was playing for Real Madrid, because him and Ronaldo partnership was lethal. Like, you know, when you see these posts of, like, 4 pictures that's specified for David Beckham, for example, he'd be like, oh, everyone knew the fucking game was on when they saw, you know, all these characteristics, but I didn't say that right, but you know what I mean. Next up, Davor Suker, the Croatian. I think the best chance is he's going to bring out his 1998 World Cup performance for Croatia. He was a top goal scorer, so obviously he's going to have fairly high shooting. Not too high, but high enough. He was fairly quick as well, in the sense of he managed to go into one-on-ones fairly easily, I think, from what I've seen. Didn't pass as much, I don't think, or as much as his prime icon stats say, but, you know, it is what it is. His passing's not going to be that big, and neither is his dribbling. But I think his shots and his pace are going to go up a fair amount. So yeah, that's Davor Suker. Next up is Eric Cantona. Obviously amazing at shooting and pretty decent at dribbling as well. And he had quite a big temper, I think. I think that's safe to say. He wasn't the quickest, obviously. I don't think his pace should go up that much. But it depends on whenabouts you would say his prime is. Obviously when he was playing for Man United. But, you know, that could have been at any point in his career. His passing, again, passing was a bit of a debate for me. I'm not entirely sure, but definitely shooting is going to be fairly high. And it's going to be his best overall start for his moments. So yeah, that's Eric Cantona. Ferenc Puskas, I believe he's going to be the highest rated out of all the selections. Obviously 99 shot, because the goal of the year is named after him, and he scored a shitload of goals. Pace, not been upped by much, but I think he was fairly quick anyway. Again, also with passing, only went up by 1, but, you know, it's called opinions, alright? They're not always going to be true. And dribbling, Again, I think that was only upped by 2, but he might have been really good at dribbling, but I think 94 was a fair shout. But 99 short definitely should be at least 98. He's going to be at least 98 short. He scored goals galore, like, you can't really argue with that. Next one, Fernando Torres. I reckon either when he was in the Spain team for Euro 2012, sorry, Euro 2008 or the World Cup 2010, or when it was during his time at Liverpool. Again, he was fairly quick, can't really doubt that, and his shots were really good as well. I think 90. I think he might have had higher shooting. Personally, maybe 93, 94 shot, but I felt 92 was safe because he missed an open goal. But you take that as you wish. Next up, Nemanja Vidic. I know he says 91 rating, but he's got fucking 96 defended and 94 physical. Like, I still don't know why EA decided to put him as 90 as his prime. He should be at least 93 prime, or maybe even 92. He should not really have a 91 prime icons moment, for Christ's sake. I'm not even a Man United fan, and I disagree with these fucking stats. But, you know, again, with the overall of his stats, you know, shooting, obviously he's a defender, passing's not even that good, dribbling's just a no, pace has gone up a bit, not by much, but, you know. But yeah, he was a solid defender. He's probably been named one of the best defenders, if not the best Premier League defender. And that's saying something. Next up is Petr Cech. Goalkeeping stats, they're quite hard to be perfectly honest, they're quite hard to judge of how well-rounded goalkeepers are with stats and everything, so I'm not going to go through all that. You can just debate if you want, but, you know, I'm not going to go on about this. Philipp Lahm, 92. Again, along with Schweinsteiger, part of the 2014 World Cup winning team. But that might not be when his prime actually was. It might have been some point before, like 2006 or something. Again, don't know a lot about him, so I just went with random numbers, really. I think that's quite a safe bet, I reckon. Next up, Samuel Eto'o. This card is gonna be fucking mental. Just look at his stats, like, even if EA don't go along with this, he's still gonna be a broken card. He might just nip the 94. He might just get a 94, but bloody hell, he was quick, he was solid at shooting, he was decent at dribbling. Physicality, not all that fuss. Defending, couldn't give a toss. And passing, did he even pass? I don't fucking know. I just went with 82 for no reason whatsoever. And finally, Xavi, like, potentially, in a debateful way, the best midfielder of all time. Or not midfielder as such, but best passer of all time. I went with 98 passing. He might get to a 99, but I thought 98 would be a pretty safe shout. He could get a 97, but who the fuck cares? It's EA. They'll fuck it up somehow. Again, not quick, not the quickest, not the best at shooting. Obviously, his passing, his dribbling were his main part of his footballing career. That was not what I intended, but you know what I mean. So yeah, they're my prime icon moments predictions. What's yours? As if I give a shit. To be fair, they'll probably be more accurate than mine. But yeah, thanks for listening, watching, whatever, and take care of yourselves.